I was born in a city called Goma in the east of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Goma is known as one of the most dangerous places on the planet to live in from a geographical standpoint. Goma is neighbor to two of the most active volcanoes, representing 40% of the global volcanic activities. Goma's idyllic location on the leafy green shore of beautiful Lake Kivu comes also at a cost. Lake Kivu contains vast amounts of CO2 at its bottom that can trigger a limnic eruption. A limnic eruption is a rare type of natural disaster in which vast amounts of carbon dioxide erupt from deep water lake, suffocating wildlife, livestock, and humans. So I and 1 million inhabitants of Goma city live with a daily risk of being killed by red hot lava flows or asphyxiated by invisible pockets of carbon dioxide. Climate change can simply be defined as a change in the average weather condition, such as temperature, rainfall in a region over a long period of time. Even though climate change can be explained by both natural and human causes, today climatic warming, especially the warming since the mid-20th century, has been occurring at a much faster rate than the natural causes cannot explain alone. Humans, especially the greenhouse gases emission we generate, are the leading cause for the rapidly changing climate. To give you a sense, since 1970, the greenhouse gas emissions have increased by 90%, with fossil fuel combustion and industrial processes accounting for 80% of that increase. From the year 1800 to the year 2020, the global temperature has increased of 1 degree Celsius. Yet, based on experts' prediction, from the year 2020 to the year 2030, the world is said to be 2 degrees warmer. Experts say that a 2 degree world warmer will not be livable as the world ecosystem will start to collapse. With the globe ice cap melting and the ocean temperature rising, sea levels will rise, covering entire cities. With extra-warms and water, hurricanes are expected to be frequent, slower, and stronger. Slower hurricanes will have more time to cause massive destructions. Changing weather will make it harder to do agriculture, especially in Africa, where 95% of the agriculture is rain-fed. The change in precipitation will accelerate the drying of rivers and lakes, with leaving millions of people without water. Some of you are saying that if this was true, it should be the topic being discussed everywhere on TV. So why on earth aren't we discussing about one of the most existential crises we are facing now, which is climate change? I simply believe that the average human is not educated about climate change. Yet COVID-19 has clearly demonstrated to us that we do have only one planet and our life depends on the ecosystem and the environment we are found in. Going back to my city of Goma, a lot of people suggest that we should relocate to a much more safer place. Should it be to Lagos, Mumbai, Maldives, or San Francisco, which are prone to frequent flooding and rising sea level that could cover them in the coming decades? Well, with climate change, the entire world is becoming a dangerous place for us to live in, like my very city of Goma. As for COVID-19, the fight against climate change will need an implication of all of us as human beings, and what we will do in the next 10 years will be key in reducing or avoiding climate disaster. You might now decide to be regarding with your diet by, for example, eating less meats and dairy. I know some of you are asking themselves, what does eating meat or dairy has to see with climate change? So my plea to you is, why don't you start from there, educating yourself about climate change, as all of the small actions you take on a daily basis matter for us to maintain this world a livable place.